We have to teach our kids to be very, very innovative, very creative. In this way, we can create jobs for our kids. By the way, I think if you want, in this world, IQ, EQ, and LQ. If you want to be successful, you should have IQ. But if you should have an EQ. If you don't want to lose quickly, you should have the EQ or IQ. But if you want to be respected, if you want to survive, keep on successful, you should have the LQ. What is LQ? The Q of love, which machine never have that. So, finally, by closing that, I think we are optimistic as a business people. I'm optimistic, positive for the future, for the technology. But we also have to be very, very careful that the first technology revolution caused World War I. Second technology revolution caused World War II. Now we are the third technology revolution. The World War III should be against poverty, disease, and environment pollutions. Otherwise, human beings will have problems. This is what I want to share with you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jack, thank you. This is going to surprise everybody in this room, but I am a little on the other side of 50. My daughters are on the younger side of 50. When I listen to them, there are lots of simple solutions to complex problems. Unfortunately, they never seem to get there. I happen to be one of the people that couldn't agree more with you. Machines are not going to take over the world. It's judgment and understanding and treating people as human beings that really is what matters, and it matters in business. And I was fascinated to learn that you had, in Amazon, you guys have created something like 30 million jobs, have been responsible for that. That's really amazing. We have to do the same thing in our country. You are a special ambassador to the UN on trade and small business and entrepreneurship. Congratulations. The new SG really needs some help, and he is thrilled to have you. We talked about it. When you meet all of these heads of states, what do you tell them?
Yeah, I think first when I go to a lot of countries, especially developing countries, the government start to worry. Well, we don't have infrastructure of telecommunication. We don't have computers. We don't have this and that. So we cannot do internet. But I tell the internet is going to be the infrastructure. If we don't have if the people are not connected to the internet next to 30 years, it's just like 30 years ago, people are not connected to electricity. Alibaba grew fast in the past 18 years. 18 years ago, there's no infrastructure of internet, of e-commerce in China. We built from scratches. So I'm telling a lot of governments and officials that pay special attention to the next 30 years. Every technology revolution takes about 50 years. The first 20 years about technology. Next 30 years about application of the technology. Electricity was not invented in America. It's invented in Europe. Cars was invented in Europe, not America. But America using cars, electricity, better than Europe. So what I want to say, pay special attention to the next 30 years, making sure your people get reach to the internet, and internet can be the infrastructure of your country. And second is pay special attention to those people who are below 30 years old, because they are the main driver for tomorrow. They have the confidence. And pay special attention to those companies who are young, who have less than 30 employees, because small business is going to be powerful. Last century, manufacturing make large scale standard. And in the future, the world is shifting from standard, large mass, to the tailor-made, to the small size. So I'm a believer of small is beautiful, and small is powerful.
And lastly, how does business and government work together to bring innovation? What's the secret sauce? The different cultures, different ways of measuring success, different ways of getting promoted, different ways of getting compensated, and yet this conference is all about the fact that they just have to work together. And you have a very successful company in a country where the government is a communist government. How do you blend the two? You've got as much a problem as the rest of us have, not more.
Yeah, I think first we should stop complaining each other.